Well, I've been playing music around the Boston area for well over 20 years. I write almost everything that I play. I play a lot of the kind of folk acoustic roots venues around the Boston area. So that's been really nice for me to be part of that community. I put out a bunch of albums. I think I have a total of 7 albums, and they all stream. They're all available on all the streaming services.
So, Mark, I thought your song's really funny, but you don't hear a lot of people writing comedy songs.
Right, that's true. I try to mix it up, sort of in the vein of like some of the writers I admire the most, for like say John Prine or Loudon Wainwright, Warren Zevon, people like that kind of have a mixture of humorous and more poignant, hopefully, songs. And so I do try to mix it up, but at the barbecue today, I've really focused on the humorous material. I try to do that at outdoor venues generally. And but yes, you're right. There aren't that many people that do that, and that was one of the things I first realized when I started playing music around town, more than 25 years ago, was there weren't a lot of people that were doing humorous material. So particularly in the early days, I really focused on that because it gave me a little bit of a niche, and within those very small circles, it made me known a little bit for doing that. So.
Yeah, it's your own block. I can almost see you doing a comedy stand-up.
I've done some features at comedy night types of things. I have done that.
Okay, so tell me about your involvement in the local scene here. How far do you go to travel?
Well, I mainly play in the Boston area, but I've played all over the place. I've played some nice places as far as, say, Nashville. I've played the Bluebird Cafe, which was a big thrill for me. And but most of it's in the Boston area. I'm also, if you're familiar with the local venue here, they call TCAN, the Center for Arts in Natick. For many, many years, they have an open mic, which right now is once a month. And for many years, more than 20 years, I've been the host of that. So I kind of do a little community service that way, and that's been a great pleasure for me to do that and see a lot of younger performers and meet with a lot of people in our community. But I play a lot of the folk venues. I played a bunch of times at Passim in Harvard Square. That's always a thrill for me. They've been very nice to me.
That's great. Any other information you'd like to get out there?
No, I appreciate the interview, and like I said, anybody who wants to check out my music, I do have a website, which is markstepakoff.com, and I have a Bandcamp page with my name, but you can listen to all my albums on Spotify or any other streaming service.
That's dynamite. Thank you so much.
So, Festival 2025 continues with a internationally recognized artist, believe it or not. A guy who had some hits back in the Dr. Demento days, some of our favorite songs annually here at Festival 2025. However, he also has some serious music. Ask him about his original music. And again, we want to welcome and thank him for joining us once again, Mr. Mark Stepakoff.
Hey, thanks. Really happy to be here again. Thanks to Marty for doing this every year. And I am going to put this in, yes. I'm going to be playing some original songs for you. Like Marty was saying, I do have some serious songs. I'm not going to play any of those today. So maybe I'll start with this song. So while they're getting my cable ready, I can tell you a little story behind this. This song this is a true story. This is something that really happened to me. A few years back, one morning, I was on the front page of the Boston Globe. Sir?
Getting everything geared up, baby. Whole food buffet line.
So, I was on the front page of the Globe. My picture was on the front page of the Globe. Not for anything musical, but also not because I had been indicted for any serious crimes or anything like that. I was having I think I'm hearing that. I was having a very, very small consumer dispute with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
What's new?
And it had to do with I have a real estate broker's license. which is kind of dumb because I'm not a real estate broker and I never really use it, but I have it. And but I was having a dispute about renewing the license. They were trying to charge me a late fee, which was not warranted under the circumstances. And the consumer reporter of the Globe, through a series of events, Sean Murphy, he got wind of this, and so he called me. He knew my music a little bit, so that probably helped. And he interviewed me, and he decided this was a story, you know, kind of one man trying to fight the bureaucracy. And so he interviewed me. They sent a photographer out to take my picture. And they splashed the whole thing right on the front page. And for those of you who may never have been on the front page of the paper, it's kind of a surreal experience. You wind up hearing from people you haven't heard from in a long time. Also, because of course there's an online version of the paper, people can go online and make comments about you. In my case, I was the aggrieved consumer, so the comments were all pretty favorable. But anyway, it turns out that the same day that I was on the front page of the paper, there was another much larger story breaking. And so I wound up sharing the front page of the paper with somebody else. And so I wrote this song.
How you doing? Good to see you. I saw you earlier.
Well, Robert Kraft was busted in a prostitution sting. I was kind of sad, I guess, but here's the funny thing. The next day in the Boston Globe, for everyone to see, were two photos on the front page. It was Robert Kraft and me. Said he had received an inappropriate massage while I renewed a realtor's license and was overcharged. Both stories ran the same day, just coincidentally. And so right there on the front page it was Robert Kraft and me. Well, he's a famous billionaire, a man of great acclaim. Well, I'm a folk musician, so nobody knows my name. Because the board of licensure had given me the shaft on the front page of the paper, it was me and Robert Kraft. I'm sure it would be fun to be buddies with Bon Jovi or hang out with Elton John. When he opened up the Globe that day, I'm thinking probably that at least for that one morning, Robert Kraft wished he was me. Now in the end, the state had waived my license fee, and so I'd married in a front page story. I'm not sure I know. My friends and family saw it. They just laughed and laughed and laughed. Because on the front page of the Boston Globe were me and Robert Kraft. But maybe it was fitting, cause as far as I could tell, my story had a happy ending, and I guess his did as well. And now I feel I sort of know him, since we both were photographed on the front page of the Boston Globe. Yes, me and Robert Kraft. Thanks. That was all true. Of course, Robert Kraft, he was above the fold, I was below the fold. But my photo was actually larger than
Well, because you were a realtor.
That's right. over the course of my set, I'm probably going to play a few drinking songs. It's 4:15 when you open the door, finally come a stumbling in. A real sorry sight, haven't spent the whole night mixing Jameson and bathtub gin. Now who's waiting there at the top of the stairs? It's your ever-understanding wife. You need a story somehow, but it seems that right now you can't think of one to save your life. Liquor don't lie, I'm here to tell you all. It's like a great big shot of sodium pentothal. Squeeze on your breath, makes you look like death. Puts the color in a bloodshot eye. Your alibi, just wanna ride. Liquor don't lie. Whiskey and ale have spun many a tale ever since the world was young. And everyone thinks you have enough drinks that'll loosen up a nervous tongue. Till you're spinning a yarn, it's as long as your arm, but it never seems to quite translate. Cause when your vision's blurred and your speech is slurred, it's hard to keep your story straight. Liquor don't lie, it don't even fit. It's like a giant neon sign flashing every foolish thing you did. Well, you've rehearsed your lines about 1,000,000 times, but now suddenly your mouth's gone dry. The story won't fly, I think you know why. Liquor don't lie. Thing you did. Stings on your breath, makes you look like death. What's the color in a bloodshot eye? Your alibi, just wanna ride. Liquor don't lie. Night ain't gonna fly, telling you why. Liquor don't lie. So besides me, are there any other very shallow and clueless people here today? All right. Good. It's good to have some kindred spirits. This is for you. Gonna get myself a puppy, take it over to the park, where Loretta does Pilates every day at 12 o'clock. When I'm playing for the puppy, I'll be sure to catch her eye, and she'll see that I'm a caring and a sensitive guy. Well, I don't care that much for puppies, but I'm happy to pretend. I guess you could say that it's a means to an end. Well, she's 5'7", she got big blue eyes. I got my head in the game, got my eye on the prize. I'm gonna make her notice me and miss her until then. Everything I do is just a means to an end. I'm gonna trade in my old pickup for a shiny new Corvette, though I know the monthly payments just might put me into debt. Well, Loretta is a girl who isn't easily impressed, so when I take her out, I need to show her nothing but the best. Once I've swept her off her feet, I can always trade it in, but for now, I'll just consider it a means to an end. Well, she's 5'7", she got big blue eyes. I got my head in the game, got my eye on the prize. She's gonna fall in love with me and Mr. Until then, everything I do is just a means to an end. Whoever said the end doesn't justify the means. Must have never seen Loretta in a pair of blue jeans. Once I've won her heart, and I don't need that vet no more. I'll take the proceeds from the trading to the jewelry store, where I'll try to find a diamond worthy of Loretta's hand. It'll weigh at least a carat with a matching wedding band, so she can wave it all around and show it off to all her friends. But as far as I'm concerned, it's just a means to an end. Well, she's 5'7", she got big blue eyes. I got my head in the game, my eye on the prize. Yeah, she's gonna marry me, and until then, everything I do is just a means to an end. Everything I do is just a means to an end. Everything I do is just a means to an end. Thanks. I'll play this one for you. There was a movie that opened in theaters a few weeks ago. It really kind of bombed at the box office. It closed, and it wasn't in the Boston theaters for long, but it did star Sydney Sweeney. The movie was called Americana, so maybe you can look for it someday on pay-per-view or something. I don't know, they didn't really promote it, but it wasn't a bad movie. It starred Sydney Sweeney and Halsey, the singer Halsey. So anyway, I was lucky enough to have a song in the soundtrack of that movie, so I'll play that for you. This is a tender and romantic love ballad. It's called "I'm Gonna Drink and Cheat and Steal and Swear." Every time I mention how I feel for you, you suggest that my intentions may be less than true. But if I win your love, my darling, there's one thing I won't deny. I'm gonna drink and cheat and steal and swear and lie. I'll put it to you plainly so there ain't no doubt, 'cause I think you should know mainly what I'm all about. You see, you'll never change my nature, and you shouldn't even try. So I'm gonna drink and cheat and steal and swear and lie. I'm gonna drink in all your beauty every minute of the day. I'm gonna cheat despair and heartache and make sure they stay away. I'm gonna steal all the time with you I can, and I swear that I will always be your man. And I'll lie next to you every night and never make you cry. Yes, I'm gonna drink and cheat and steal and swear and lie. Think it over, please. I'm awaiting your decision here on bended knees. But tell me, how can you not love a man who looks you in the eye and says he's gonna drink and cheat and steal and swear and lie? Yes, I'm gonna drink in all your beauty every minute of the day. I'm gonna cheat, despair, and
a
One
good
more
one.
time. Good to see you guys.
Well, my baby. Well, my baby's got eyes of hazel, hair red. She got a fiery temper on her that could raise the dead. I said something to her, and I guess it didn't come out right. Now all I know is that I'm sleeping on this sofa tonight. I try to figure out what I must have done to anger her so. She says if I gotta ask, she's not gonna let me know. It's the same old story every time we have us a fight. I'm banned from the bedroom and I'm sleeping on this sofa tonight. While I'm in the doghouse, I'm on the outs. The more I apologize, the more she pouts. I beg and I plead, but she just shouts, get out of my sight. We got a king-size bed that we bought last fall. I guess I'll be lucky if I get to see it at all, 'cause I'm down the hall, sleeping on the sofa tonight. It's missing an armrest and it reeks of formaldehyde. It's stiff as a board and my legs hang over the side. It wasn't meant to be slept on by somebody of my weight and height. Here I am again, sleeping on the sofa tonight. When I'm in the doghouse, I'm on the outs. The more I apologize, the more she pouts. I beg and I plead, but she just shouts, get out of my sight. I bring home a little something from the jewelry store, but she says it's gonna cost me a whole lot more. I guess that's for sure, 'cause I'm sleeping on the sofa tonight. Alright. Doghouse, I'm on the outs. The more I apologize, the more she pouts. I beg and I plead, but she just shouts, get out of my sight. I'll buy her flowers, draw her a bath, do anything I can just to escape her wrath. In the aftermath, I won't be sleeping on the sofa tonight. I'll fix her dinner on a silver tray, to the better if she'll only say that she'll let me stay instead of sleeping on the sofa. 'Cause there ain't no way she'll be sleeping on the sofa. I just hope and pray I won't be sleeping on the sofa tonight. Alright, I'm gonna play a song that's on my most recent album. And so it's a new song, but it's also an old song. What I do is I took a song that had been a hit song in the early 70s, so some of you may remember this, but I wrote new lyrics to it. I gave it kind of a lyrical update, tried to bring it into the 21st century. Because you know, I've been very lucky. There are a lot of things I aspired to when I first started playing music that really wound up happening for me, so I'm very fortunate. But there's at least one thing I've aspired to that has not happened to me, and I'm beginning to think that maybe it never will. Well, I'm a musician. I got big ambitions to be known everywhere I go. I'll sing along churches in the basements of churches for $25 a show. But I've been biding my time, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna be the next musical rage. But if you're surfing the net, one thing I haven't got yet is my own Wikipedia. Wikipedia page. Wanna have a page on Wikipedia. Wanna be a star on social media. Wanna see my life story on my own Wikipedia page. I'm getting multiple plays from the folk DJs. They love every song I write. I got some nice reviews in the Metro West News. They said I was a poor man's Don White. I think I might have a shot at a coveted slot on a major folk festival stage. But I'll be overlooked and will never get booked without a Wikipedia page. Wikipedia page. Wanna have a page on Wikipedia. Wanna be a star on social media. Wanna see my life story on my own Wikipedia page. Well, it says on Reddit, what you gotta do to get it is to show your notability. But if that's the case, then with my tiny fan base, there's gonna be a challenge for me. So I'm facing the specter of the service job sector, where I'll be working for minimum wage. Cause it's hard getting richer, they ain't gonna let you have your own Wikipedia. Wikipedia page. Wanna have a page on Wikipedia. Wanna be a star on social media. Wanna see my life story on my own Wikipedia page. On my own Wikipedia. Wanna have a page on Wikipedia. Wanna be the darling of the media. Wanna see my life story on my own Wikipedia page. On my own Wikipedia page. Thanks. I really had no business writing that lyric. Never mind a Wikipedia page. I'm not even on Facebook or Instagram. You know, where all you have to do is create an account. Do you remember that song that was derived from the cover of the Rolling Stone? You remember that? Yeah. That was written. The original song that was written by the late great Shel Silverstein. All right. Here's a little homage to something that's probably out on the table there soon. It's good on ribs. It's great on steak. And I use it to liven up everything I like to make. When I put my chef's hat on, you know I'm the boss. And I say everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Teriyaki tasty, mesquite is good. There are some folks out there who swear by hickory wood. But go up the list from zucchini right through albatross. I tell you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce, barbecue sauce. Buy by the gallon, don't care what it costs. So strap on your feet back now and sit down, hoss. I tell you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Well, it's fine on chicken, and it's right on roast. Yeah, I even put barbecue sauce on my French toast. But you can stick with your maple syrup, that's your loss. I'm telling you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce, barbecue sauce. Buy by the gallon, don't care what it costs. So strap on your feet back now and sit down, hoss. I'm telling you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Well, lather it on, slather it on. I use a lot on pork chops, bone, filet mignon. And when the meal's over, don't forget to brush and floss. Oh Lord, I wish I made a toothpaste taste barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce, barbecue sauce. Buy by the gallon, don't care what it costs. So strap on your feet back now and sit down. I'm telling you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Say what? Telling you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. What's more? Telling you, everything tastes better with barbecue sauce. Right. Thanks. I wrote this song after I read a book that somebody gave me. It was a book that was devoted to the subject of epitaphs.
I better book.
So there were a lot of photos in the book of tombstones of the famous and the not so famous. They tried to focus on epitaphs that were particularly witty or poignant. There were a lot of good ones in the book, but my personal favorite was the epitaph of the late great Merv Griffin. Remember Merv, right? TV talk show host. He also invented Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. He also wrote. He was a songwriter. He wrote the theme music for Jeopardy. Anyway, in the book there was a large photo of Merv Griffin's tombstone. This is absolutely true. I'm not making this up. What is inscribed on Merv's tombstone is it says, "I will not be right back after this message." So I thought that was pretty good. So Merv's epitaph does not figure directly into this song, but it gave me a little bit of inspiration. And you know, as a songwriter, you have to take your inspiration where you find it. My dirty laundry is piling up. My socks are on the floor. My once endearing habits don't amuse you anymore. I drool at night when I'm asleep. I belch when I'm awake. You're telling me to pack my bags. You've had all you can take. Excuse me for living. Excuse me for breathing. I'm not welcome here no more. Guess I'll be leaving. And when I'm far away, hope I'm forgiven. Till then all I can say is, excuse me for living. I guess I stained the carpet when my boots were caked with mud. The coffee table has a ring shaped like a can of bud. I usually don't smoke except I like to. When I drink, you threw out all the ashtrays, so I use the kitchen sink. Excuse me for living. Excuse me for breathing. I'm not welcome here no more. Guess I'll be leaving. And when I'm far away, hope I'm forgiven. Till then all I can say is, excuse me for living. Those things that you don't like, I'm gonna wear them like a badge of honor. I'll never change, that's guaranteed. Someday my epitaph will read, excuse me for living. Excuse me for breathing. I'm not welcome here no more. Guess I'll be leaving. When I'm far away, hope I'm forgiven. Then all I can say is, excuse me for living. Then all I can say is, excuse me for living. It's a songwriter's adage, you have to write what you know. All right, I don't know what I got for time. I guess I got a couple more for you. Where's Mark?
Don't worry, that won't hurt too much.
Let's do this then. Then I'm going to have Marty play some more with me on this. This will be my last song. Thanks for listening. Thanks again to Marty and Andrew for doing this. And I know there are many, many great performers yet to play, so I'm looking forward to it.
And thank you to, you got me, Dave? Hello.
You got it.
Hello, and I want to say thank you especially to Andrea Oreo, my wife, who has tolerated my nonsense all these years doing the Festivale. You complete me, love. And thanks to Mark, by the way. We're cutting him short one so we can keep on target. Amazing artist. Give it up for Mark.
All right, maybe some of you can relate to this. When Kitty got married, she was 22. Now she's 37, and the marriage is through. So she's got a lot of lost time to try to make up for somehow. Hold on to your hats, boys. Kitty is a cougar now. No kids this weekend. They're off with the ex. So she's looking for some pampering and guilt-free sex. And with that red dress on, she could make most any man say, wow. It's a jungle out there. Kitty is a cougar now. At a trendy new bar, she checks out the guys. They look so freshly scrubbed in their jackets and ties. She's stalking her prey. She's taking her aim. She's dressed to kill, or at least maim. She picks up the scent of some Stetson cologne. A little fresh meat sure tastes good off the bone. And out come the claws as she's wiping down his fevered brow. He's just a little bit of catnip, 'cause Kitty is a cougar now. With their bachelor's degrees, they do what they're told and they're eager to please. They treat her like gold and bring presents for her, 'cause all they want to do is just make Kitty purr. Tomorrow night she'll be on the prowl again, looking for another trophy to bring back to her den. And with oh so many men all thinking they're the cat's meow, make a beeline for the feline, 'cause Kitty is a cougar now.
Mark Stepakoff, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Commit forward about 5 minutes.